Blessings. My name is Natashia Wilson, and I am from Las Vegas, but currently I reside in Nashville, Tennessee. I am doing this video because I was criminalized during my trafficking experience. My trafficking experience started at the age of 14, where I was introduced to my trafficker. He got in a little bit of trouble under a federal investigation where he was money laundering the Johns, which that means he would send me and other women, young girls out to prostitute ourselves and steal the John wallet so he can use identity theft. He was doing this from different states, from Nevada to California to Texas. And when he was caught, he brought the victims along with him. It was my first offense. I'd never been in trouble. I was 21 years old and I was indicted under a federal investigation. It was the scariest moment of my life. The first time I went to court and the trial was already going. I didn't know what they were saying. I was so confused. I just kept looking at my trafficker at the time, like, help me, what is going on? Didn't know what was going on. By blessings of God, I was blessed with a public defender that went over and beyond his job. He recognized that I was a victim and he helped me out with my case. During the trial, I was facing 7 to 15 years in prison, and this was my first offense, doing something that my trafficker was doing illegal things. However, I ended up getting probation for 5 years. After I completed my 5 years of probation, the judge decided not to sign my release forms. I didn't know what that meant. I just thought since I completed probation that it doesn't matter. I tried to get back on housing. I was denied, saying that I was a felon. I was trying to get back on food stamps and Medicaid and things of that nature at the time because I did have a child. I was denied that because it said I had a felony due to the case my trafficker was involved with the felonies of fraud and drug indictment. So I lost my housing. I lost government assistance. It was so hard for me to get a job because I was young and I had a felon under my record. This was going on for a good 6-7 years. So I decided to just go back to the streets. It wasn't no other resources at that time for me, so I just ended up back on the streets. Fast forward, I relocated out of Las Vegas to start a new life, and I had to start lying on applications saying I wasn't a felon. I didn't think they was going to ever find out, and so I started lying on job applications, college applications, housing applications for me to get ahead in life. It wasn't until I was telling my story about what I was going through and a senator from Nevada heard my story, and she ended up helping me get all the way to the state capitol in Nevada to present my case. Once I presented my case, they looked further and tried to figure out why the judge did not sign my completion so I can get the felony taken off my record. Long story short, they ended up finding out the judge was not happy that I was released and felt that I deserved prison time, and that's why he did not want to release me from probation. I finally got that closed, and my life has changed dramatically. I graduated from college, I got back on housing. I'm on a program where I'm going to be the first time home buyer on Section 8. I also got a good job as a case manager with Salvation Army. Things just changed. My son had started in school and doing better. He graduated from high school, trying to go to college, and that's why I think it's so important that my government will pass the law for helping survivors or victims that has been their life ruined with choices that was not in their control. If I never met the senator to know my rights as a survivor, I would not be where I am today. So I think it would be a blessing of a ideals for the government and the politicians to help us, because that's what it took for me, for a senator to help me get where I'm at today. So thank you so much for my story. Bye.